An 8-year-old boy named Seth Dove lives with his parents, a strict mother, Ruth, and a sullen father, Luke, in a remote gas station. His older brother, Cameron, is away on military duty. Seth plays with his friends, Eben and Kim. They find a frog, blow it up with a reed, and leave it on the side of the road. A local resident, a widow named Delphine Blue, drives by. She gets out of her car to examine the frog, at which point Seth shoots it with a slingshot, and the frog explodes, splattering the woman with blood. Later, Seth notices a strange black Cadillac with 4 silent young men riding in it. He fills up their car and watches them drive away, promising to return. Later, Seth is forced by his mother to go to Delphine to apologize. In her house, Seth notices many strange objects, artifacts related to the wailing past of the woman's late husband. She says she is 200 years old, and Seth takes it literally. Hearing an old legend about vampires from his father, he begins to think of Delphine as a bloodsucker. After some time, Eben disappears. Seth and Kim decide that Delphine killed him. They break into her house and destroy some things in the bedroom. When Delphine returns, they spy on her through a crack. The woman is sitting in a chair, moaning and touching herself. The boys panic and run. Seth notices the same Cadillac nearby. He returns home and finds Eben's body floating in a cistern of water. Local authorities blame Seth's father, Luke, for Eben's death. He had once been suspected of having sexual relations with a minor. Unable to bear the accusations, Luke douses himself in gasoline and sets himself on fire in front of his son. The mother sinks into silence and numbness. Cameron, the older brother, returns to take care of the family. He finds Seth visiting Eben's grave and helps him get over the shock. At this time, Cameron accidentally meets Delphine. A connection is formed between them. Seth, still convinced of Delphine's vampire nature, continues to follow her. Together with Kim, he finds a frozen human embryo in an old barn. Seth decides that it is an angel in the form of Eben and brings it home, putting it in a jar. Later, Cameron shows Seth a photo of an irradiated baby, a picture from the site of nuclear tests. This makes a strong impression on the boy. Later, he notices Cameron coming to Delphine, telling her about his involvement in the nuclear program and confessing his feelings. They are left alone in the house. Seth runs away from what he saw and witnesses Kim being kidnapped on the street and dragged into the same black Cadillac. Seth tells no one. Meanwhile, Cameron begins to rapidly lose health. Ulcers and spots appear on his body. Seth decides that Delphine is sucking the life out of him. Meanwhile, the police find Kim's body. The charges are still aimed at Luke, despite his death, since according to official reports, he is missing. Seth continues to believe that Delphine is the source of all troubles. He spends the night with a jar in which the embryo is floating, consulting with it. In the morning, he notices Delphine leaving the house and going into the field to catch a ride. In the distance, he sees an approaching Cadillac but does nothing. Later, Delphine's body is found in the field. She is dead. Cameron arrives at the scene and, upon seeing the body, goes mad with grief. Seth realizes that he ruined his brother's life.